All right, here we go. All right, hello everyone. Welcome to the Yavin Base stream. You're watching the 2021 Lone Star Open. It's good to see everyone here today. It's been a whirlwind couple days watching all of this action. But we are here now with a game between Bobby Joe, also known as Blood Ocean, and Nick Brown, who is bringing a really interesting list. As always, if you want to find out what the lists are, you can type !blue list and !red list in the chat. But suffice it to say, it is going to be a Gar Hero Hammer, Obi-Wan, Padme, and Anakin Skywalker against Maul and the B2s. This should be quite a crazy game. And hi, you're back. What's up, Ghost Walking?
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, so this is my co-caster here, Ghost Walking of the Legion 99 podcast.
I'm our feet on the ground guy.
Feet on the ground, yeah. So he's going to be our color commentator. He's also going to be going through the hall every so often, trying to find out what's going on with the other games that are going on. We can only bring coverage on one game, of course. Right now, you're witnessing turn 0. Both players are still setting up here.
And it looks like Maul has infiltrated into the middle there.
Yeah, so both players decided to reveal the infiltrate cards. So Padme revealed her diplomatic mission, or diplomatic cover, I guess, which gives her infiltrate, gives her secret mission, gives her the ability to gain a dodge token at the start of the turn. And then Maul revealed his divulge card, the Phantom Menace, which is exceptionally good on this recover the supplies objective that we're about to witness here. See the handshake. Players are about to get started here. Just remind them to put their command cards in the tray.
We did.
Okay, good. So they're about to play their command cards here. Let me get the big tray out. All right, so the glare is a little high, but that's okay. So as you can see there, it is going to be, I think, standing. Is that standing?
It is standing orders.
Standing orders, yeah. Or no, that doesn't look like standing orders. It's hard to tell. It looks like too much text to be standing orders.
It is standing orders.
It is standing orders.
It looks
okay.
like it's a full art version of it.
It's the full art standing orders. Okay, so standing orders versus diplomatic cover, and it is going to be a pretty hot Clone Wars match here from the Lone Star Open.
There's a little bit of an interesting tidbit here as well. If you look in the middle there with the cover, it has that really neat semicircle ruins piece. The steps only go up the one side, and I believe that's going to be the side that the clones are walking up. So it might give some pretty easy approaches for the phase ones to get on top and try to make a play to get that box off of Maul, because I'm assuming he's going to grab that quickly. It's
going to be pretty tough here to actually advance on the middle. Maul has a really big head start here with that infiltration. Maul, as blue, was able to infiltrate first. And so with Maul infiltrating first, he was able to push Padme away from the middle box. And then because of Long March, it's going to be tough. These Jedi are going to be double moving as fast as they can to get into the center there. Maul versus the heroes of the Clone Wars.
Somehow they've managed to scram Anakin, Obi-Wan, R2, Padme, and an Arc Strike into 9 activations.
Yeah, that's because you have 4 naked phase 1s.
They do.
And they have R2-D2, like you said. But R2-D2 with the comms relay. So I'm betting that R2-D2 has like blast off. Mike, you have the lists. Why don't you read out what the lists are for us so that we can catch the chat up. And chat, as always, if you want to read the list yourself, you can do !blue list, !red list. Go ahead, Mike.
So for our blue list today, we've got a Maul B2 10 activation, pretty traditional list at this point. It's the T-Series tactical droid with aggressive tactics, Darth Maul with saber throw, force push, defensive stance, and tenacity, 3 B1s with the E5C, which is the 3 black dice, 1 the 3 gun. He has 3 B2 super battle droids with the HA trooper and the T-Series tac droid upgrade, so, kind of a pricey list. His dark droids for Maul with a comms relay, and then a single droid commando strike team with a sniper on it. And that's going to be opposing an 800-point 9 activation list of Anakin Skywalker with push, reflexes, endurance, and tenacity, Obi-Wan with push, reflexes, and tenacity. Padme with vigilance, grappling hooks, and her looted blaster. R2-D2 with a comms relay, 4 naked phase 1s, and then probably the most interesting strike team I've ever seen of a DC-15 Hunter, recon intel, and grappling hooks.
Wow.
That is a loaded strike team.
That is like a bounty hunter strike team, because it is like going to target those multi-wound characters.
Mm-hmm.
And that strike team would be ideal to go after an injured Maul.
Right.
And Maul needs to be injured to do Geo Mastery. So that could be quite fantastic here.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame he couldn't fit Echo, because I feel like if with all those upgrades on there, just getting the extra wound to try and keep that guy sticking around could be worth it.
Definitely.
But he's pretty stacked out everywhere else.
Yeah, the lack of Echo. Especially because I guess if you've got General Kenobi, your clones are all surging.
Right.
And then you've got Anakin with Exemplar.
Yep.
So you've got lots of ways, and Padme with Exemplar. So you have 2 Exemplars, and you have so much ways to token share.
You do, but unfortunately here, Padme does not have her reliable card played, so she's going to be a little bit down on the tokens.
Right. She opted to divulge diplomatic cover, which means she loses out on that surge. But then again, like, diplomatic cover played normally, I find to be a bit of a weak card.
I think so too.
Yeah, I find it to be kind of weak.
I'm actually a little surprised it's in the list to begin with.
Yeah.
Because that means one of Heroes of the Clone Wars or General Kenobi is not here.
Oh, I see. I think Padme moved and took a standby. So Padme's standby is going to be threatening that middle there, possibly giving one of those Jedi a third move. And Padme is trying to... I think Padme is inside of that middle box there. So if Maul tries to approach, that could be a problem. And I think Blood Ocean actually, I saw him asking questions. They did some range measurement. They're trying to figure out, like, he's aware of it fully and trying to figure out what he can do. Now, I think the trick here probably is going to run forward to all those B2s and try to just snowball everything into the center there, and Maul will hopefully get away in the confusion.
That would make sense. And he's going to have to wait a little bit because there is that caveat on the 2-pip that Maul cannot interact with objectives that first turn.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to grab the box this turn. He might be able to get there, but he's not going to be able to get away with it.
Right. He would have to, like, play... He could play At Last for the wound.
Yeah.
And then claim move.
I think that's probably what you're going to see here. It's got the dual benefit of letting Maul grab and double move away, potentially winning the game from the outset.
Right.
It's also that 1-pip priority.
It's going to be tough. I think the Padme standby is really going to be crucial here to the success of this list and how how you're able to use it. You've also got 2 copies of Force Push.
Yes.
So as soon as you get caught by Force Push, you might end up chain Force Pushed by 2 Force users, backwards essentially.
Mm-hmm. And as toolsy as Maul is, he's only going to be an effective 5 wounds today because he's going to have to play At Last at some point.
Yeah.
So with 2 Jedi coming towards him, if one of them catches up, Maul is most likely dead.
If anything's good at killing Jedi, it's B2 hot droids when the Jedi find themselves not in melee with something.
This is true.
So, because they just have so many results that can overwhelm that save. I think we see a clone trooper squad moving forward here from Nick. He's able to get to move forward with his phase 1. So again, 4 phase 1s. I think we see, is that an Arc Strike who's touching that crate there?
That's what it looks like.
That looks like the Arc Strike is actually in charge of the crate. I would have thought that the P1 would be in charge of the crate, but I guess not.
So David,
yeah,
let's play a game real quick.
Sure.
What do you think showed up? What do you think came more here? Is there more double AAT or more Darth Vader?
More Vader.
There's more Vader.
That's what I thought.
I only saw 1 double AAT as I was walking around.
Wow.
Which is shocking.
That is shocking to me.
Shocking.
I would have thought the AATs would have shown up more.
I saw another AAT, but it looks like it was with some droidicas.
Okay.
Which is not what I expected as well.
Yeah.
But we've got at least 2 Vader triple do lists. And there is a Palpatine here because Ed decided to fly out.
Because Ed is here. So
I haven't seen another one.
Ed playing Palpatine. So yeah, lots of Vader dues, a lot of melee.
There's a lot of melee.
People really, I think people are expecting Wookiee buses. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why they brought the melee out. And why they would bring Palpatine also.
We got a lot of buses as well.
Yeah,
We're gonna try to
buses?
do a car show later on and have
Yeah.
everybody drop their bus on one table so we can take a picture.
Exactly. We have enough buses here for a car show.
This is just a rough estimate from my eye count, but it looks like there's roughly 15 to 25 buses here.
Holy moly!
Not bus lists. There's a lot of double buses here.
Out
though.
of 63 players,
Yes.
mind. There are lots of double buses. So big tournament, big turnout. Did Kyle follow through with his threat to run Rexstar? No,
He did not.
he did not. He is here with, I believe, Maul B2.
I actually haven't seen too many traditional Rex Stars here. There are some lats, yes. I did see a Saber Tank lat list, but I haven't seen an Imperial one yet. I'll wander around again later.
So there is a clone lat, but not an Imperial lat,
As far as I can tell.
as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
That is surprising to me. You know, if there's a faction that runs the lat, I would have thought it would be the Empire. Because for the Empire, that actually like gives them something. It gives them transport for Vader, for transport for Snows. I actually like it as a gunship. I know a lot of people don't think it's as good as a gunship, but I think the ability to subvert cover with the impact shell, I think it can actually do some work.
I think it can too. I played against a couple of them at Atlantic City, and they are. Luckily, I was clones and I had some dodges around, so it really mitigated their impact. But it still throws quite a few crits, especially if you put the Baron Rudar pilot on there.
Yeah, people actually using Vader more as a support piece for dewbacks than using Vader as an actual like carry.
That hurts my heart.
Me too. Me too. The fact that Vader is a support, a 200-point support for dewbacks. That is a little bit tough.
There's actually quite a bit of Empire here as well.
Oh yeah, what have you seen from the Imperials?
So we've seen some Palpatine, we've seen some dewbacks. I have seen a couple of traditional gunline style lists. I'll float around to see how they're doing. And then Screwtape from Team Relentless is here with a 13 activation Iden and Boba list.
13 activation Iden Boba.
Yes, it's a whole bunch of spam.
Ugh. So it's literally just...
I think it's 3 shores, 3 mortars, 3 snipers, 2 E-webs, Iden Boba. It's basically saying, I'm going to beat you at objectives and you don't have enough dice to kill me.
Yeah, that's really awkward. I'm trying to think, like, I hope it... Part of me hopes it does well, but part of me hopes it does not do well.
I really don't want to see more of it, so if it could be a flash in the pan, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You know, I feel like even though... I don't know, I get what he's trying to do, right? 13 activation, Iden Boba. You've got 2 really strong players. You know, together they comprise a giant hammer at the end of a long rope, which is this the other 11 activations in the list, right?
Yep.
So you get what they're trying to do. It's a method of list building where you just bring a bunch of crap, and then you bring the 2 big players. We saw this with Rebels, right? With 12 activation Tauntauns. It was the same thing.
Yep.
Big hammer at the end of a long rope. And just trying to abuse the alternating activation nature of the game as much as possible. And trying to say, like, I'm going to go all the way until the end and force my opponent to do something stupid.
Yes.
Or force my opponent to make a bad move.
And it's very similar to the 13 activation Separatist list that we're kind of seeing right now. But Iden and Boba have a little bit more threat depending on Iden's upgrades than some of the stabs. And they're a little bit better at objectives with the infiltrate and the speed 3 movement. We'll see how it works out.
So we're coming into like the middle of the first turn. We haven't seen a lot of die rolls yet just because of the nature of this opening engagement. Let's take a look at the
Limbiz
board.
and Long March tends to lead to a pretty slow turn.
Yes, so no one can really see each other. No one can really shoot each other.
Going to take a gander over to the table.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thanks, Talk Polite. I appreciate that. Welcome in, by the way. Also, I didn't forget you guys that said, hi, I'm new here. Corlithian, thank you. And then let me scroll up here so that I can grab the other person I saw. Corlithian and Matt Grox 20. Matt says, watching my first live competitive Legion game, wishing the best to my fellow Separatist brother, Roger. Well, he's in a good position, I think. Then Corlithian says, Blood Ocean I just met when I started hitting up my local scene last month. Cool to catch this game for his thing. I agree. Bobby Joe has a belief that he says, whenever I'm on stream, I lose. So maybe he's going to break this curse.
He's got to. This
He's
is
gonna,
his first real life stream, so
I
it
think
doesn't
he's
count.
going to. Yeah, exactly. I think he's going to break this curse personally. That's how I feel. Thank you, Captain Zodiac, for the year of support. Thank you for the resub with Twitch Prime. By the way, Twitch Prime is free. If you have Prime, you can drop your Prime subs, and that helps support Yavin Base and what we're doing here.
Make Jeff pay for something.
What?
I said make Jeff
pay for something. Well, he paid for a rocket. He's in space, or he was in space, I guess. I haven't actually read the news lately. I've been so focused on what I'm doing with Legion.
And then, speaking of Legion, so I took a little walk over to the table.
Yeah.
Padme is, in fact, within that range 2 bubble of the box for her standby. Maul has not gone yet. And if you look at the top of our screen currently, just under the Bobby Joe name tag, he does have a B2 that actually is covered by his name. So it looks like R2 and Padme are both on that side, and he deployed a B2 over there to try and stop the double secret mission from coming down later on. So that was a smart play. Yeah,
double secret mission putting a lot of pressure on Bobby Joe today.
Luckily, it's Long March, so he's not really going to have to deal with it for a while. If this was something closer to like battle lines or, I guess, advanced positions, it would be a tougher situation.
So this movement here, I believe, is it one of the Jedi? No, I think that's. Is that? No, that's not Anakin. That's the Arc Strike. That's the Arc Strike.
It's the Arc Strike team.
Yeah, we figured it was the Arc Strike. But you can see on your screen there, near the hands of Nick Brown, Anakin with his blue lightsaber across his body with a black base, and then Obi-Wan with the brown base behind him. Obi-Wan actually the furthest back of all of these troopers here.
And thankfully, Padme has that very bright blue base, so she's easy to find.
Yeah, she's very easy to pick out amidst the visuals here. Meanwhile, you see Maul kind of in the middle with that glaring red saber, and just backed up by a huge mess of B1s, and the B2s are kind of on the upper flank there where Bobby Joe's hands are right now. He's moving a unit of B2s out from behind his name tag there.
And from a cursory glance, it looks like we only got 2 double T-47s today.
Only 2.
Only 2.
I did see a 47 of T-47 bust list.
Yes, that is my buddy Mike Gem.
Nice.
Bobby Sapphire is running that today with some double Wookiees.
I approve heartily. I think
got a lot of reps with it right now.
I think it makes a lot of sense if you were going to run double 47 to replace one of the 47s with a field commander bus. I think it just makes a lot of sense because you get those additional aim tokens on all those armor pieces, and they all love aim tokens.
Yep. He also has Lando with it as well, so he didn't even take Shriv. I think he ended up cutting the pilot for a bid because the average bid of this tournament, or I'm sorry, the median bid for this tournament was 16.
16. The median is 16.
So somebody has taken a 32-point bid.
Holy crap. Well, maybe we'll get them on stream. I don't know.
Well, we'll see if they win. Because I think TTO tends to put the winning towards table 1.
They do. Jedi in motion now. Obi-Wan moving up the table, joining his Padawan.
I think we'll see an explosion towards the end of turn 2 here.
When you say explosion, what do you mean?
Of action.
Of action, yes. Yeah. The game is boiling. We're reaching a boiling point, and then as soon as the fog lifts, we'll be into the dice rolling.
And I think we're going to see something a little bit unique to this setup here because Maul, who likes to go last, is most likely going to go first next turn.
Yeah.
Grab the box. I'm going to quiet my voice so the players can't hear me.
Yeah.
Maul is most likely going to go first next turn, get that box, and get away. And then the other Jedi are going to have to charge. And being that the 2 Jedi are outnumbered in activations, you'll probably see the B2s held until the very end to shoot them.
Now, do you play... If Obi-Wan can't get close enough, can he? I was thinking hello there would be amazing, but Obi's not even remotely close enough.
No, he's quite far away there.
No, Blood Ocean is blue player, actually. This is backwards. I can fix it. I have a mouse. I can actually use it. Let me fix it now. Thanks. Thank you,
live edits.
Zodiac. Yep, live edits. So professional.
Hey, at least you're fixing them.
Yeah, at least it's fixed. There we go. That's fixed.
I'm not quite sure what the mean bid is yet, Timbo. We'll find that out later on in the day. Bushman is here, so I'm assuming we have the data collected.
Yeah, hopefully we will have more data as the tournament wraps up. Those order tokens, by the way, courtesy of the 5th Trooper.
I have the Rebel ones. They are quite nice.
Yeah, these are the B2s that Bobby Joe is bringing, of course. Totally thematic with his list.
And speaking of the tournament, if
Yeah.
anybody hasn't seen, there is going to be 6 games available for everybody here because we've got the first 3 rounds today.
That's right.
The top 8 are going to bring it on to a like a single elimination style tomorrow. But there's also going to be a redemption bracket for anyone who wants to come.
Right, we haven't talked about the redemption bracket at all yet. So this is different than most Legion tournaments. Usually what you'd have is you'd have like a side event, maybe a team event or something like that. But in this instance, what happens is if you don't make the top cut, you enter into another Swiss.
Yep.
And that lower Swiss, or that other Swiss, I guess, not necessarily lower, is going to be the redemption bracket. They call it redemption because there's a prize at the end. I think the winner is going to get either a LAT or an AA5.
I think so.
That's what Ben the TO, Ben Biddle, announced at the top of the morning.
We should have made it like silver or something. So the winner gets like a golden AA5.
Yeah.
And the winner of the redemption bracket gets a silver one.
Oh, by the way, speaking of prizes, can we talk about the challenge coins that Frontline is giving out?
So for anybody who's coming to the Frontline Gaming Tournament starting this year, they're doing this challenge coin system. And I'm going to hold these up. Do we have a camera?
You'd have to hold it under the dice camera.
All right.
So I can put the dice cam up.
I'm going to go put it on the
We
dice chair
just,
real
by
quick.
the way, Maul just moved. He just dodged and moved in. And now Maul's in base contact with the crate.
It does look like it. I'll
With the
double check
center,
that when I get up
the
there.
center crate, yeah. So right there in the box are the challenge coins from Frontline Gaming. The gold one is from Atlantic City.
It is.
The bronze one is from Lone Star.
We're about to get a dice roll here.
Oh yeah, here we go. This is.
It looks like
That looks like an arc strike.
Looks like an arc strike.
Yep. I think that was an
Probably from Padme
arc
Standby.
strike from Padme Standby. Yep. So re-rolling with tactical. Nope.
That's rough.
That's nothing there. So I think it's just a singular crit.
Just take a wound.
Maul takes a wound.
So that kind of changes the math a little bit. He may not have to play at last.
That's right. You may not have to.
Looks like we're wrapping up the final 2 activations before we see the next cards. Now that Juyo has been triggered, what do you think we're going to see?
We could see. I mean, I'm not sure. We could even see Duel of the Fates,
Get him to dodge.
just to get that extra dodge, just in case he loses priority.
And he probably wants to save the Jedi Hunter part of At Last with 2 Jedi on the other side.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play Jedi Hunter right away. Definitely not.
Because At Last would have been played to get that wound, and just kind of give away the Jedi Hunter part. But now it does become a little bit of a tool in the toolbox for him.
Definitely.
And for anybody who's at home, we are about, I'd say, 10 to 12 feet away from the table, so they shouldn't be able to hear what we're saying.
Right. As long
with
as
all
we
the noise going around.
as long as we kind of keep our voices semi down, we are pretty safe from being heard. As long as we don't project towards the table,
Right.
we'll be okay. The hall is very loud. There are several hundred people in here
Oh, yes.
because there are multiple events going on. Sigmar championships, 40K championships,
X-Wing Day 2.
X-Wing Day 2, Armada is going on here.
That's a game?
It is a game. Armada has an event. Armada is here at Lone Star. Players are selecting their turn 2 command cards right now. Looks like they're face down. What are we going to get here? It's going to be Duel of the Fates versus Aggressive Negotiations. I'm pretty sure Padme is going to opt for the double move here, but let's see what we get. Let me get the big dice out. So Duel of the Fates versus Aggressive Negotiations.
And to answer chat and point out the 5 objectives, I did just take a quick glance. So we know where the one in the middle is, obviously. It's right on that downed ATST. The other two boxes are currently being held by the clone side via Padme, and then the phase one that's just above her to her north. So both of his safe objectives are right there. The droid safe objectives, one is hidden just below that B2 order token on top of the wall, just off to the right side of the ATST. You can kind of see it next to the leader. The other one is almost dead smack in the middle between the two core tokens on the bottom side.
Anakin making sad exemplar noises. Yeah, he has not played Hero of the Clone Wars yet.
No,
He hasn't had a chance to.
Yet.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see what his command hand is.
Did he actually bring any of the Anakin command cards? Are they all Padme Obi, and Anakin is just a second Jedi?
I mean, I think like R2 has to have something because he's got a comms relay on it.
Right. R2 probably has blast off.
Right.
Yeah. So he probably is running blast off below there, and then.
Plot twist is Padme's one hit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plot twist is actually our fate is in your hands.
Or it's ambush.
Who knows? Who knows? We the secret information. We can only speculate.
We can.
Yeah, we can only speculate.
I'm just pulling up some Saint Tim of the Mind salt on the side. Apparently he's having trouble killing a mortar.
Oh no. Oh no. Just Bobby Joe moving up some B2s again. They might be able to see Padme there and start shooting.
Yeah, there's a real chance she's going to die here.
Ooh. This could be big.
Let's get our dice cam up.
Yeah, let's do this. So he's exhausting the Ha Trooper. Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
So you'll see some shield tokens on the table here. When the shield token is up, like the activated side is there, the Ha Trooper is active, and when it's down, like the shield has been exhausted, it has not worked. Let's see, who do I have as a favorite to take the whole thing? I'm going to sound like a homer here, but I actually think Bobby Sapphire's got a really good chance with that list.
That's a pretty decent shot there with those dice.
A lot of paint.
A lot of paint.
But Florf the Dwarf is running an armor skew with a little bit of RT rotary in it, and I think he's going to be a really tough out.
Yeah, so we got two Rebel armor players that we think are very favored. Okay, so we're sorting out Obi-Wan Guardian from Padme here.
Yep. Obi's going to Guardian 2.
Okay, Obi Guard 2. There's
Risky
barrier
play.
as well, I think.
I think so. There's no barrier.
No, there's no
here.
barrier. Oh, okay.
This is kind of a risky play.
That is kind of risky. I think Padme just took a wound there. Not certain. We'll figure this out. Obi takes a wound. Yep. Obi took a wound from Guardian right there. So Obi on 5 now out of 6.
We got a dice roll.
That was
I think it was a rally roll.
That was a rally roll. So Bobby Joe rallied maybe Padme herself. I see some measurements here.
So we're about 45 minutes into the first round. I'm going to take a gander around, and
okay.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Kind of see how some of the other big matchups are going.
Yeah, totally. Come back and tell us how they're doing. Okay, so that was the Arc Strike. Okay, so here's what I believe happened. So I believe those B2s were shooting at the Arc Strike team with their paw rocket. The Arc Strike weathered the damage of that B2 shot at the cost of a wound to Obi-Wan. Now this Arc Strike is shooting, probably shooting back at the B2s. Could also possibly be shooting at Maul. First aim token, and then second aim token. Alright, so Maul is being shot here. Spins the dodge, rolls the save. No damage on Darth Maul. And now Maul is underway. Probably going to be a swift double move with that central box. Yep, double move, and that central box is now 12 inches further towards Bobby Joe's board edge. And you see it's still in the middle of the board. Occupying it are B2s and the Dark Droids. And I'm fairly certain that Bobby Joe is going to crush forward here with these B2s and just try to be as much of a pain as possible to Nick Brown, who is trying to advance towards that army and to do some damage. The Jedi have to find a way in amidst all of these droid bodies, but that is a lot of chaff for Darth Maul, who has a pretty good head start thanks to his infiltration on the first round. That is tough, very tough for Darth Maul, or for Obi-Wan, Padme, and Anakin Skywalker. It's going to be tough to catch Darth Maul, is what I'm trying to say. So this might be Padme shooting for 2 crits. B2s are going to get pierced, I think, and I think that's going to be a B2 model that gets removed from the board. There it goes. So Padme successfully killing off a B2 there. And welcome back, Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have too much to report. Not a lot of the other games have really kicked into high gear yet. Seems like everyone took a couple of minutes to kind of get set up, do their chit-chatting, and most games are just getting into the start of round 2 now.
It's still fairly early.
It is. I did find another double T-47 list, so there are 3 of them.
There are 3 double T-47 lists.
I will say one of them looks like they've killed 2 FD turrets round 1.
Whoa.
So hopefully it's just rapid reinforcements. I didn't see the card out.
Yeah, hopefully
but, there are 2 FDs off the table.
Yeah, hopefully he just double reinforced.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, because losing 2 FDs off the bat, that would be really damaging to your army.
That would be.
That's 140 points off the table. It's 2 activations you'd hope were going to be money because, you know...
it's one of your actual counters to the thing that potentially killed it.
Exactly, it's impact 2 shooting there.
Did I miss anything here?
Padme killed a B2.
Okay.
Maul got away
Like
from the middle.
B2 model?
A single B2 model.
Okay.
Maul successfully picked up that box and ran.
Okay.
So he is now behind this ruin up here.
I see.
Sort of on the northern side of the screen. And I think Bobby Joe is looking to extract his army now. He's actually moving his Dark Droids back.
That makes sense. I guess at this point, Nick probably wants to look to shift and kind of like push down to the top of that wall and realize that Maul box is never going to get caught because he's just going to double move standby.
In all likelihood. No, you can rapid reinforce the support. That's definitely possible. You can rapid reinforce E-webs and other things like that.
I think it's everything but commander and operative.
Yeah, everything but commander and operative.
Just barely anyone plays supports to get rapid reinforced.
Yeah.
It was good with Tons back in the day.
I think it might also be trooper.
It is trooper.
Yeah, it's trooper. So you can't rapid reinforce an ATRT. But rank is not.
Or a droidica.
Yeah, rank doesn't matter. It just has to be a trooper. You can rapid reinforce a Tauntaun.
You can.
I know that much.
You've done that to me.
I have, and it has not been pleasant. Rapid reinforcing Tauntauns is such a trap.
Yeah, because they get thrown forward but don't have their dodges.
Precisely, and you're like, oh, I'm going to place them here. Unless you are fully line of sight block, it's really dangerous.
I think you did that on that Felucia table that Ellis made for Invader League. Anyway, got a dice roll here.
Okay, this looks like phase 1 shooting. Phase 1, they said heavy cover or just suppression. No armor, not getting through that armor or that heavy cover.
This is where it kind of hurts to not have saber throw, because if you're fire supporting that saber throw of the phase 1, they're actually quite a devastating shot.
Yeah, it's a lot more dangerous because of that impact from the saber.
Yep.
You've also just got more dice to cut through the cover.
You've also most likely got some sort of surge conversion, especially if it's Kenobi.
Definitely.
No, he's got critical. So same thing.
Same thing, basically. Yeah. It's a light surge conversion. It's not like it's not like having it on your chart. But when you roll only a few dice, it's like I might as well have Surge to crit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's only one Surge facing out of every die that I think is there.
I'm up so goddamn often, though.
Yeah, it does happen a lot. It happens really often. That is true. More often than it feels like it should.
Right. All right, we got another dice roll here.
This is a B1 shooting.
It's definitely an E5C shot.
Yeah, E5C coming in.
Looks pretty good, though.
That's 4 hits. So 2 crits and 2 hits. Rerolling for more paint. Yep, so he canceled the cover with that reroll, and that's going to be 3 going through. Padme spends the dodge token. And 2 saves from Padme.
It's quite good.
So just a single wound from Padme, or for Padme.
It's actually been a fairly quiet con so far, not a lot of judge calls.
Yeah, not a lot of judge calls in this first round. People are pretty cool with each other. I mean, I think as the game progresses, people are going to understand the rules better. This is another phase 1 shooting.
Armor and cover.
Yep, armor and cover, just eating it all up. How are silhouettes doing? We haven't seen a single silhouette get used this game.
No, and I will speak from judging and playing in the last major that we had. Silhouettes are amazing for tournament play.
Yeah.
It makes all of these line of sight issues so quick. When the judge gets called, you pop it down, you take a look, you're good to go.
Yep.
And oftentimes we're finding that like people just aren't calling for it because you can just throw it down.
Right. You can sometimes you also just know.
Yep. You're like, I know my
You're
silhouette's
like, I can see your
there.
I can see your shoulder. It's good. Okay, another E5C. Oof, big crits.
Let's pull that up on the big cam.
Big crits. Yeah, that was tremendous. Oops. Big dice. Let's take a look.
That's quite a roll.
That's excellent. So let's see how many we got. I see 2 crits there, 2 hits. So 3 going through into Padme. 2 wounds on Padme. So Padme getting beaten up here. If I'm tracking this correctly, she's now on 3 wounds remaining.
So.
Yeah, Padme just getting shot a lot.
It could be 2 because she got shot at last turn in Obi-Wan Guardian. I don't remember what happened there.
Well, that was actually the arc strike.
Oh, that was the arc strike.
That was the arc
Okay.
strike. Yeah, I miscasted that. It was the arc strike team
Makes
that
a
had
lot
the
more sense
box.
for the Guardian now.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was totally worth it for Obi to Guardian.
Most definitely. So what are you doing right now if you're Nick?
If I'm Nick, I'm trying to figure out a way to get the Jedi into the game.
How are you doing that? Because I'm struggling. Me?
I mean the thing you had to do was sling one of these guys forward with a force push. So you gotta get a standby on Padme, and you gotta keep it long enough to get a Jedi to double move into range 1, force push, and trigger the standby on himself. And that sort of sling is pretty advanced tactic. It's not seen very often.
And I think Krugar probably has it correct here. I would assume he's going to dive into that upper B2.
Yeah, he might need to go for that because there's a crate there. It's attached. So that yellow base B2 might be the end goal here. It's the most vulnerable out of all those crates.
Yeah, it's going to be kind of funny if I sung Bobby Joe's praises for blocking off Secret Mission with it earlier, only to have it die.
Yeah, ooh. That's also true. R2D2 is also up there. That token behind Nick's name.
Mm-hmm. Also, to be clear, that yellow base B2 does not have a box. The boxes are further south.
So what I can do, actually, I'm hiding the overlay here so y'all can see R2D2 on the very top of the screen. That very top there, that's R2 slowly puttering his way across the board.
Something tells me he's going to get blown up next turn.
Yeah, it's possible. He's entering a fire lane here.
Might actually, if he has blast off, it might not be a terrible turn to play it just to get that suppression down.
Yeah, it's awkward though because as soon as you play blast off, the turn afterward, you're gonna get meleeed. Yep. Is the problem I feel. Okay, Bobby Joe shifting another tac droid forward. This one with its H8 down, I believe.
And I don't think Bobby Joe at this point really cares about kill points. If he loses his entire army but has the boxes, he's going to win.
I mean, literally any attack here is good because it slows your opponent down.
Yep. especially if Padme gets got.
Yeah, so he's feeling fine about this. All right, B2 coming in now. Boom.
Oh my lord.
Slaughtering him. He's spending observation tokens. Spends an observation and a surge.
Yeah.
6.
Woo.
This is Padme. She might be dead.
Padme might be out of this game. Yep, she's died. Good night, Padme Amidala. She is on goner. Observation tokens being spent.
I think Bobby Joe has a nice acrylic ones that we gave out at the last event. He's been all over the country recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Sure
did
has been.
some laser cut observation tokens for participation prizes.
She lost the will to live. That's just me. Daniel, you want to say something to stream? This is Daniel Lupa, by the way, one of the people running the event.
Oh, howdy.
Yeah. How's it going?
It is going very well.
A lot of judge calls.
No,
Not
I
yet?
mean, it's just good line of sight questions. That's really it. And little head scratchers that aren't too bad.
Okay.
But using the silhouettes is not too bad at
Good.
all. Honestly,
We were
no
just
problems.
talking about that with chat.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching people. It's just quick and easy.
Good.
99% of the time, you don't need the silhouette. I feel.
Good deal, man. That's really heartening to hear.
Yeah.
People are just getting along,
And
not contentious.
It honestly seems like there with table like game-wise, there are more tables with armor than without.
It definitely appears so.
Like it looks that way, and Ben right now is crunching the numbers.
Okay.
So we'll have numbers up in a minute.
Sweet.
Excellent.
That's amazing.
We'll get those to you.
That is really good to hear.
All right, let me look busy.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Oh, it's
Well,
kind of
you
nice
heard-
that he echoed what we talked about.
You heard it here, folks. If you didn't bring a way to deal with armor, you're in trouble.
I call them clone Z6s.
Yeah. That is one way to do it. Fire supported Rex seems to be one way to deal with it.
What do we think we're going to see for some command cards next turn here? I
Oh,
would have to think that an Anakin power-up is coming.
Anakin power up, maybe. Yeah, Hero of the Clone Wars might be something that we could do. We see Obi-Wan moving forward here. Yeah, Obi's just got to dive. There's no way he's going to make it out unless Obi dives.
You know, with this double move here, he might actually have a few tokens for hello
he's
there.
actually checking for force push. That's what that range stick was.
There are at least 2 saber tanks, Timbo.
Yep, there are saber tanks in the field. There's actually I think there's a saber lat.
There is. I'm going to be watching that list's career with great curiosity.
Yeah, Republic double heavy who never been possible till now.
Maybe there's a reason.
I want to
We'll
know what
find
that
out.
I want to know what that reason is, other than just it's a meme.
All right, looks like he does get the force push here for the B2s.
Yeah, but he's not going to get in melee because he's not close enough.
I think he's
But-
got a couple phase 1s to go with still there behind the blue section of that ring.
Yeah.
So he might be able to finesse an out a cover shot here.
I mean, with Master of the Force, it's basically free, this force push. And it's like, even if you have no good target to force push, you might as well.
Right.
But sometimes it can backfire, because sometimes you might end up giving melee where there wasn't one before. But I figure if you can he dug those B2s out of cover with the force push. And he's still got some clones left, I think, to activate.
He does.
So he might be able to get some out of coverage, might be able to weaken those B2s a little bit further. It's not clear yet.
Did I miss the arc strike going?
Uh,
Because that would be a great.
the arc strike
dice.
did go, it shot at Maul. Maul blocked it successfully.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Maul is just on the singular wound.
Yeah, Maul is just on the single wound, because Maul, all Maul got exposed to was, I believe, one shot from, he got shot by arc strikes 2 times, if I'm recalling. And he did not take any wound but the one.
Unfortunate. So this is where Anakin not having saber throw or his relentless card played yet could hurt,
Yeah.
because that B2 is prime for him to kill, but it's not really much he can do.
Yeah, I wonder if Nick's list is trying to do too much, because I have this issue too when I build. I'm like, I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this, and I wanted to do this, and really like a list that's trying to do more than like 2.5 things is just not. You're spreading yourself out too much. So like, I don't think I would run the full Hero Hammer because I know that I have so much command card competition.
Yep.
I have so much focus on. I have pieces that want me to focus on making them do well, and I think this is just too much. Especially, and I think the biggest thing is the 3-pip spot, because you've got 3 characters that all have really important 3-pips. I actually would not have run Diplomatic Mission or whatever.
I don't think I would.
I would have run Hero of the Clone Wars, and I would have run General Kenobi. But knowing that, why incorporate a 3rd character? So if I have to choose, I'm not going to choose Padme, probably. I'm going to choose Anakin Obi. And then Padme becomes 2 activations.
Yep.
Because she's 100 points here. I could take 2 more phase 1s. Or I could take an Arc Strike in a phase 1.
Or 2 Arc Strikes.
Or 2 Arc Strikes, exactly. So then it becomes a 10 activation double Jedi, which is, in my opinion, extremely strong.
We had a shot on some red dice saves there.
That's another wound for Obi-Wan.
He does have tenacity.
Yeah, Obi tenacity is going to benefit him, but he's on 4 out of 6 now remaining.
Not great.
Not
and
the best.
B2s haven't even really started to spin up on them yet.
No, there's actually a B2. There's a B2 in the back corner here that has a rocket loaded. So
And I don't think it's gone yet.
Obi doesn't have a dodge either. This could be trouble. And Anakin doesn't have dodges to share because he hasn't played his Exemplar.
And Padme is dead.
Yeah, and Padme's gone. Yep. So it's a vulnerable time for Obi-Wan right now.
He's gonna have to carry.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he's the only one in position to carry. Without that sling to get Anakin forward, it's going to be really, really tough for Nick Brown to stay in this game.
All right, looks like this is going to be Anakin moving up.
Yeah, Anakin's going to double move. There's no reason not to double move here. You just need to go with Obi and try to go in there. Yeah, Padme got killed by a 6-hit B2 shot.
After getting chipped down by some B1 rolls.
Yeah, she got chipped down by B1s, and then she ate it. Oh, here we go. Anakin's force pushing B2s into Obi. This will protect Obi-Wan from being shot.
That's a great play.
Good play there, forcing the rocket B2s to find a different target. So good play from Nick there. Yeah, those rocket B2s measuring, like, can I get to Anakin instead? Here I go. Anakin, of course, reliable too.
Luckily, he also has the 6 health on him still.
Yeah, he's also fully healthy. Oh, Anakin force reflexing.
Nice.
Taking that dodge.
Unfortunately, the vigilance is gone, but he does have the dodge.
Yeah, there is no vigilance in this list, sadly. Oh, the vigilance from Padme.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's another thing, too. If you just take the 2 Jedi, you run vigilance on Obi-Wan.
Yep.
And then it's already, like, it's much more compact. The cord that we just spoke about gets pulled. Bobby Joe puts it down next to those yellow-based B2s. Now he's got to make a decision. Do I stay in range 2 of an angry Jedi?
I think the answer is yes, because if the angry Jedi are going after that B2, I think you've won.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so, because if they're going in that direction, they're moving away from the boxes,
Right.
which is what you want them to do. So I think you can almost bait it out there and hope he gets a little bloodthirsty.
People saying Anakin's about to get blacked. Well, I wouldn't count him out yet. He's got Gemso up. He should have 2 Surges. Oh, no, he doesn't have Reliable 2.
He hasn't played his cards
Oh
yet.
no, and he doesn't have he has
Yep.
Deflect off the dodge token.
He does.
With
so he'll get the
Gemso.
surges there, but
Yeah, okay.
I think the B2s might be killing R2.
Oh, B2s are looking at R2-D2. Okay, let's look at the angle cam. Let me look at this angle cam. I know. Sorry, I keep going to the mouse, the touchpad. So here's the angle cam.
I will say I do feel for the players, as you can kind of see here, your feet are going to hurt from this floor after
Yeah.
3 rounds.
After 3 rounds, yeah. You better have some nice shoes.
Yavin Base,
This is
sponsored by Adidas.
Yeah, sponsored by Adidas. Yeah. Okay, we got the B2s rolling here. I don't think they're going into R2-D2. They're going to go into
That's another good roll.
Anakin. That's huge. These
he missed
B2s are
on the two
dropping
reds.
bombs right now.
Oh, he missed the 2 reds and he's got an aim.
Oh, wow. Yep, so that's going to aim up probably into a couple hits here. Oh, he has hit surge. Spends the surge, Anakin spends his dodge.
So B2 is going to take a wound from
Gemso, yeah. Gemso,
So many masteries now.
no deflect, but it is Gemso. Anakin, full save.
That's great.
Full save for Anakin. Good stuff for the Jedi here.
That's a good idea, Bees, with the fatigue net.
Yeah, you know, that's a smart call, and you can totally pack one of those into a suitcase.
Most definitely.
Yeah, you can bring a fatigue mat in a suitcase. So Maul went into the middle. He grabbed the middle box with his infiltrate card. That looks like a white-red. What was that? Is that an E5S?
I don't think there's one on the list.
I don't know if there's one on the list. What shoot? Oh no, that's the TAC droid shooting.
That is the TAC droid.
That's
It
the
is a white
TAC
red.
droid. Yeah. And thank you for the posture check, exit the parade. I definitely appreciate that very much. By the way, you can play sound alerts and they should come through. There are sound alerts available if you want to play them.
And then to recap, yes. So both players divulged turn 0. Both infiltrated forward. Padme was just behind that left ring where you see the like the blue generators at the top. Maul was just off on the ATST.
I have the high
Kind of
ground.
snuck in at the end of round 1 to double move 1 to the box, and then start of round 2 played a 1 pip, ran away with it, and we're kind of just dealing with some of the fallout of the clones having to push forward, and Padme falling due to that.
Yeah, the droids are definitely making their presence felt this tournament. Between Maul, B2s, AATs. I haven't seen any STAP lists. I don't think anyone is... Mike, is anyone at this tournament playing STAP riders? I haven't seen a single STAP list this tournament. That's bizarre. Another big block from Anakin, I think. Yep, that was another huge block from Anakin Skywalker. That was a BX strike shooting at range 3 into Anakin for 3 hits, and Anakin rolling a full save.
That's good.
So Anakin rolling 6 for 6 now in the last 2 defenses.
Also, for what it's worth, that BX it's not in the open, but both of the models are very visible through that tunnel. So if he does decide to go in that direction, his arc strikes will potentially pick that off.
Operative Obi-Wan.
In my
Is that going to be a
experience,
dual
there's no
release
such thing as
Republic
luck.
Rebel?
That would be sweet.
That would be sweet. It would be a little bit weird though for Obi-Wan to actually interact with the rebellion somehow. It'd be cool if Obi-Wan, like, if you had like Hermit Obi-Wan where he gained bonuses for units not being near him.
Yeah,
That would be kind of cool.
Seeing what they're doing with Yoda's command cards gives a little bit of play to that too.
Yeah.
His cards are very much enabling the rest of the army.
Yeah, we haven't
So
really
it's got
seen
a little format.
we haven't really seen a lone wolf type character yet in the Legion. Like we know that, like,
Maul.
well, Maul, Boba Fett exists, but not like expressly in the sense that like you've got someone who's really benefiting from being away. I'm thinking of the ability from X-Wing called Lone Wolf, where it said if you had no friendlies near you, you got rerolls on your dice.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we could have a Legion character. Oh, Anakin just got flawed. That's
Oh
huge.
my.
Yep. Anakin just got hit with his flaw.
That kind of forces a below there play, I think.
Yeah, that's going to force hello there.
Man, I hope he has it.
So Anakin ended the turn with a suppression. We actually saw Blood Ocean ask a judge about Anakin's flaw, just
Well,
briefly.
it looks like Florp is going to grab one of the winner's tickets, so fortunately or unfortunately, I think he did kill those FD turrets turn 1.
Oh, Florf did. I think, yeah, that looks like Florf with his match slip there.
Yeah, okay, so it looks like those were 2 dead FD turrets.
Oh, no. Yeah, it's a single suppression. That's all it takes. Okay, well, that's not legal.
No, he can play it. He just can't get the order.
Oh, he can play it, but he can't get the order. So he's just doing it for the keywords.
I think so.
Okay,
and I
yeah.
think he's trying to get the
He
order.
just
so
he can't be issued orders, but he can still issue orders to 2 units. So okay, so you can. This is still a very sensible
is
play.
That air orbital strike?
Orbital strike? Yes, it is. Okay, we're just figuring out what's going on here. So he gave an order to Obi-Wan with Hero of the Clone Wars.
Okay.
And that is an orbital strike. And we do see a chain up here from the relay there. Or from direct, excuse me.
Yeah. That's a good card to play here because he's going to be able to slow down something that's coming towards him.
Are these tournaments separated by factions? They are not. You can be in any era, so you can have CIS versus Empire. In fact, a lot of the most contentious matches are cross-era.
Most definitely.
So Rebels versus Clones, for example, where Rebels have a lot of Pierce, or CIS versus Empire, where the Empire's gun lines can be very devastating to CIS players with low defenses. Or the most contentious, by far, Gar versus Empire.
Oh, that's a game.
Which is the worst. Which is the worst by far.
Oh god, that was loud.
Yeah, that was loud.
He was looking at me.
That's actually
I'm not doing
that
this
was
anymore.
actually Screw Tape. Screw Tape is here at this event, by the way. Michael Hollingsworth.
Texas native.
Yeah, Texas native. That's right.
All right, we've got some dice rolls here. It's probably going to be a lot of dice in his hands there.
Orbital strike.
Orbital strike.
Orbital strike into something on white saves.
It's got to be R2.
That's R2. Yeah, so R2 just rolled 2 saves, and now R2 is going to get the benefit of the suppression.
I think he rolled 3 saves there.
He rolled 3 saves
Yeah,
out of
like
4?
2 blocks and a surge.
Yeah, they did look like 2 blocks and a surge. Wow.
That's great.
That
With
was
the suppressive. That does mean
that's
R2
tremendous
is
for
gonna be,
R2.
like, unshootable for the next 2
Let's
turns.
Let's try to look at the angle cam here. Yeah, so R2 now on 2 suppression and 1 wound. Yeah, Nick's defense dice are keeping that dream alive. Hob Brambiergi definitely are.
This is going to be really interesting to see how he plays R2 over the next turn now, because if he pushes a Jedi alongside him, we're going to start to run into a serious threat of secret mission. So
Right.
Bobby Joe might have to be cautious about what he's actually shooting.
Well,
and what
is
he's
Bobby
using.
Joe ahead on points though?
He
I think
is, 'cause
so.
Padme is
So,
down.
so even if he gets a secret mission, it's going to be 3-3.
Yes.
So it's going to be a points conclusion.
And he's going to need to be careful because I think these B2s cost more than Padme does. No,
Yeah,
they're just short. They're 93.
B2s are 93 and Padme's 101. That Padme was loaded. She had like grappling hooks, looted blaster.
Vigilance.
She was a loaded Padme.
You could say she was carrying twins.
Nice, dude. She's carrying twins.
Twin victory points.
Yes.
But yes, so
Well, yes.
I made the comment earlier that Bobby Joe probably doesn't care about what he loses as long as he gets away with the boxes. Now with R2 having the 2 suppression on him, he does want to be somewhat conscious of what he's losing.
Exactly. Okay, Anakin looking for a charge here.
Looks like Saint Tim of the Mines has won
Saint,
this game.
oh, did he win? Saint Tim of the Mines? Oh, crushed it. You crushed it.
You need a pen.
You need a pen.
Probably the judges' table.
Probably at the judges' table, sir.
Excellent. All right, so 1 Vader triple deuce has fallen.
There you go. Are you proud of yourself killing Vader triple deuce? How dare you? Oh God. You've become what you despise.
I'm glad that he's carrying on my legacy here.
Yeah.
I played 4 straight games of Hostage last
Oh,
tournament.
gross, dude.
That's why you bid with clones.
That's why you bid with clones. because hostage exchange is brutal.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Anakin has the charge.
Here we go.
Here, yeah, into the B2s he goes. He successfully charged the B2s carrying the box. Who has the high ground now?
We shall see. I didn't think that was his 1-pip, was it?
Which one?
I thought he played their 3-pip there.
He played the 3-pip,
So he
but
doesn't
Bobby
have-
Joe went with a different unit.
Right, he doesn't have charge though.
Oh no, he doesn't have charge yet.
So it's just gonna be
oh,
a
he's
double
just gonna
move.
move into melee. Okay, we got a judge call, so we're gonna take a quick ad break. We'll be back in a few moments. All right, we are back, and the players are underway once again. So, Ghost Walking got up. He's taking a look around the tournament to see what the progress of some of these other games are. Bobby Joe rolling some B2 melee here, I think. Yeah, they're punching Obi-Wan. I think it was just a line of sight call. Obi-Wan, oof. Obi-Wan just took 2 wounds from a melee there from those B2s. That's actually massive for, massively favorable for Bobby Joe. That hurts actually a lot. So Obi-Wan now on 2 wounds remaining out of 6. So the Jedi are trying their best, but they're getting mobbed by B2s. And I think Anakin is the hope here. Well, let's welcome Ghost Walking back to the booth.
Hello.
What'd you see out there?
There is a lot of dead models around there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of armor pieces that look like they're about halfway dead.
Okay.
A lot of recover the supplies this first round.
Wow. Okay.
In the Bushfax Orchimedes game, it's another game of recover.
Okay.
The bus is dead. Luke is kind of suppressed, but he does have the middle box and he's running away. So that's
Nice.
interesting.
Okay, that's
Bush-
actually huge.
Bushman's in a pretty good spot there.
Yeah, that's huge if Op Luke has the middle box. And like Op Luke versus Maul, that's a tough game. Operative Luke is definitely a serious threat to Maul. And I mean, Maul.
They're quite far apart themselves.
Are they?
They are.
Huh.
It looks like John was able to use the bus to kind of block off the center box so that Kyle had to kill the bus before he could get to Luke.
Oh no! Oh, that's the worst.
So that's interesting.
That is so cool.
And I did find one triple stat list. It looks like
Okay.
there's one stat list.
There's just one.
as far as
okay.
I can tell.
Okay, so someone brought Stab Riders. Oh, that's a big defense from B2s being shot by
Especially with that reliable one.
Are those wait, are those B1s being shot by clones? I think those are B1s. Spends the surge, yeah. So B1s got shot by phase 1s. Oh, it's in the Discord. We'll probably have to take a look.
I'll pull it up. Alright, what did I miss on my travels here?
Not a whole lot. A lot of positioning here. Oh, the one thing you missed was Obi-Wan got punched by B2s.
How did that go?
He took 2 wounds,
Okay.
which is actually massively bad for the Republic. Oh, the Arc Strike just took a wound too. Okay, so that Arc Strike carrying a box just got hit. It just got hit by a sniper.
Oh wow, that looks phenomenal.
Wow. I just saw that picture of that cell-shaded army. Holy moly. That looks fantastic.
Alright, I'm gonna find out who that is later.
Yeah, find out who that is. It's the table with a Whataburger AA5. That is true. Painting your AA5 like a food truck makes a lot of sense.
I did the mystery machine.
Yeah. I just did a red bus because I was just like, my army color is red. I want it to look cool. Red is cool. The red ones go faster. Red ones always have the reckless driver in them.
This way I can make lots of Scooby-Doo jokes.
Yeah.
Fill my bus with Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
They'll never find them there.
Is that with Backworld Medic just handing out Scooby snacks?
Here, smoke this, you'll feel better.
Yeah. Take this, it is dangerous to go alone.
I'm very excited to try to get this bus car show
Yeah,
together,
I'm
though.
excited too. I actually, so in my vision, I can already see like on the side that there's a double bus list. I think Ethan's running it, or his opponent, either one.
I believe Ethan has the double
Ethan
bus.
has the double bus. Yeah, double bus is nasty. It's sort of the boogeyman.
And it looks like just behind him, the other Vader Dew player has lost Vader, a Dew, and the IRG. But there's a lot of dead clones on the other side. Looks like they were able to get in. That one looks pretty tight.
Okay, so this is an arc strike taking a shot with a double aim. I'm not sure what he's aiming at.
I'm assuming it's got to be that B2.
Yeah, it's got to be... Okay, so just a singular crit.
And then one for lethal.
Yeah, it's been one for lethal.
Looks like we've got a little momentary lull in the action as they just talk about the different things.
Yeah, they're pondering what the best move is next. Because Bobby Joe's got to deal with 2 Jedi in his grill.
He does.
And one of those is carrying a box. He's actually trying to figure out if Maul can get in and somehow intervene.
Interesting.
It's risky, but hey,
it might be necessary towards
it
the
might
end.
be. Plus, like, Jedi are immune to pierce, so if there's something that you want to play defense with, it's force push.
That is true.
And a Jedi. And if your force push goes last, you're in a huge advantage. Because being able to force push last with things active, or being able to force push into standbys, can be super, super good for you.
And I think Bobby Joe is up two activations at this point.
Yeah,
with Padme being down.
Right, with Padme dead, he's
he
now
could
up
even
2.
potentially run a play of Maul gets in, does his charge, then pushes out, and a B2 shoots whatever's in the open.
Yep.
He's got a little bit of flex there.
When we talked about the challenge coins earlier, did we mention the raffle?
Oh, so if
I don't
you
think
have
we
2
mentioned the
coins,
raffle.
Basically, they put you in a raffle for like $100.
Yeah, so every event you go to with the challenge coins, you also get entered into a raffle.
Yes, so there's a cash prize raffle for that, and then going forward into SoCal Open and LVO at the Las Vegas Open, you're going to start being able to redeem your coins for, if you show up with the coins, you'll get a Frontline Gaming water bottle and things like that.
So there's incentive to keep showing up because you get these exclusives.
This is why I paid all the money, right?
There you go. Clearly, just for the coin.
Just for the water bottle.
Well, I'm also going to New Orleans. I'm not going to SoCal, sadly, because I can't afford to fly across the country that quickly.
It's close. I'm trying to make it fit in the budget. We just got permission to run a Legion event for PAX Unplugged in Philly.
Sweet.
So, unfortunately, it looks like it's the same weekend as New Orleans.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It is.
Well,
but it's a little bit closer for me because I can drive.
Right, you can go there. All the people in the South are going to head over to New Orleans because that's obvious. Like, if you're in Atlanta or you're in Orlando or Jacksonville or any of those other cities.
Well, first of all, I apologize, but,
Yeah, I'm really curious to see who's going to cover the SoCal stuff because I would love to watch that because I like West Coast.
We were talking about it a little bit, seeing if we can get some of our
So that was R2 rallying for 1 there. I think he didn't need to do that.
I think he probably wanted to keep both.
Yeah. Well, R2 can always decline to rally with inconspicuous.
Right.
So I don't know why you would rally there. Maybe he forgot?
That's what I think, or maybe he thinks that just 1 suppression is enough if he's going to blast off. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Hob, I will be at LVO, and then I will most likely be at SoCal, and I'll be at PAX Unplugged in Philly. And then I'll be at Adepticon, since I've got no ball and chain.
I'm intending to go to New Orleans,
Okay.
LVO, and hopefully Adepticon.
LVO is going to be a blast.
Yep.
128 people.
That's going to be amazing.
It was a pain to put together 32 tables yesterday. I can't imagine 64.
Yeah, for sure.
Just on over there.
Over there.
I think we've got a lunch break after this one, right?
We do, yeah. We got lunch break, and then there's going to be 2 more games. Ooh, B2's aim standby, waiting for Anakin.
That's a great play.
Waiting for Anakin, waiting for Obi-Wan.
It's also going to be tough because now he's not going to be able to take the aim without getting punched first.
Exactly.
And he's going to get the full weight of those B2s. And this is where we could see that Maul measurement we were just talking about.
Yeah, and if Anakin chooses to dodge, he gets punched immediately if he dodges. Okay, Phase 1's on the move. Trying to add their dice to this event, but again, not. This is the trouble when you have a long string for that big hammer, is that your list doesn't function. It's tough when your list doesn't function. Okay, so that's 3 hits against.
He failed both the saves.
Failed both saves.
I think Phase 1's putting a little bit of hurt. I think that was on a B1 spot.
Yeah, so that's actually, there's a B1 with only 2 models left. If you see that in the middle there of the screen there. That's actually kind of big. If it goes to a points tie, every unit that you've killed is really crucial.
And that is 54 points because it does have the heavy on the B1.
Yeah, so that's a way to, he's starting to crawl back. If he can get, he doesn't necessarily need to get Secret Mission. Well, sorry, if he gets Secret Mission, and he's able to kill off that B2 in melee with Obi and this B1, he could pull it off.
He could.
He could.
It's definitely an uphill climb in the snow both ways, but it's doable. Do they know what snow is down here?
They're silhouetting R2. He's trying to identify what can see and what can be seen.
Especially since he has that suppression, he's probably going to try to kind of like move around the corner up top.
Yeah.
Because he could potentially use that tree to his advantage for that.
And I don't know if Bobby Joe has enough stuff up here to stop R2-D2. He's moving, and he looked at Silhouette, and he's trying to use the downed ATST to block off the line of sight to his left. Mm-hmm. But now they're discussing whether or not this B1 can actually see other targets that are not R2-D2.
And with both Jedi engaged, that answer might be no.
Right. Now, if he can see... Okay, he's saying, well, I'm going to move back now. He bumped it back to... He had enough room to move. Technically, that's definitely a casual game kind of thing that you do.
Yeah.
Technically, once you put it down, you're not supposed to move it. But that's
yeah,
like...
I guess you can kind of...
They didn't roll any... I mean,
he
karmically, he just paid for that because they didn't roll any hits. So...
Yeah. So one thing that you can do to kind of like combat that ability, or I guess rule, is you can place a silhouette down and look from there, and it doesn't confirm you or lock you into anything. So if somebody does decide to get ticky-tacky with it, you can do that with a silhouette.
Right.
Alright, they're going over what they have left. And it looks like a lot of Bobby Joe's big hitters have gone.
Yeah.
Has Maul gone yet? I don't
Maul,
think so.
No, Maul still has an order token.
It looks like a face-up token at the...
He has a face-up and a surge.
2 o'clock.
Face-up and a surge from AT. You've got both Jedi still waiting to go. You've got a standby from the B2s. If nothing else, that might bait a force push. Anakin, well. I don't know if Anakin's force push is up because he doesn't have Master of the Force yet. He has to play his 2-pip.
Probably not, because he double moved into that B2 this turn.
Yeah, he didn't recover.
Correct.
And Anakin did use his force push.
I'm gonna go find out
to get Obi-Wan. To get Obi-Wan in position.
Yeah, both of Anakin's force powers are down.
Yeah, they're both down. Okay, another phase 1 shooting. 1 crit. Blocked.
That's another block. Bobby Joe's had some pretty good weight saves today.
He has.
So has that R2.
His B1s are continuing to save.
TTS bleeding into real life.
Yeah, well. Hey man, sometimes you're on a streak. Sometimes you just roll 6s.
Oh, we were talking about this last night at dinner.
Yeah.
The sample size in Legion is so small.
It's very small.
That when you're only rolling 20 dice, spikes are going to happen.
Yeah, variance happens, man. You just got to be prepared for your plans to blow up.
Oh yes.
Because variance is a thing.
We also talked about this a little bit earlier, where we were mentioning that lists probably don't want to do more than 2 things. it kind of works into when you're game planning as well. You want to make sure that you have 2 game plans.
Yeah.
So you want to specialize in them because something is going to happen with the dice that tilts you or sends it the wrong way.
Right. That's what I talk about when I say a list has depth. Because there's I've got, Vader Dues, for example, has no depth. It's literally just, if the dudes don't do enough damage, I lose.
Yep.
Same with Tauntauns.
Yep.
You know, Vader is a good Force user, but at the same time, it's just, he can't really carry. But if I take a list like an Op Luke gun line, right, I've got guns that are shooting and doing decent damage, but I've also got Luke.
Right. And these days you've also got a bus with it.
Right, and then you've also got a bus. Precisely. And then I've also got maybe R2. So I've got a lot of ways to win, a lot of ways to get win conditions.
You almost have variance mitigation.
You're right. Right. You've also got that variance mitigation.
Alright, looks like we've got a shot coming here.
Yeah, this might be an Obi-Wan swing.
Yes.
Yep, so Obi swings
With tenacity.
with tenacity, so big stuff. Critical and impact, I think that's going to be 4 with Pierce 2.
Not terrible.
Okay, no, just 3, and Pierce doesn't even matter there because they blank their save.
Looks like there are still, is that 1 B2 model left there?
Yeah, there's 2 B2, there's 1 B2, no, 3 B2s in melee with Obi. So 3 B2s in melee with Obi. You've got 2 B1 models in the center there that are still left alive. You've got 5 B2s in melee with Anakin, and I believe there are only 3 rounds left after this.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
He needs these naked phase 1s to throw some crits.
Both players are thinking this through pretty deeply right now.
They both got eyes to the sky right now.
Yep, they are. They are contemplating life at this juncture. They know that the game is still an open game.
Yeah, if Bobby Joe makes a mistake and gets a little too aggro with Maul here, he
Yeah.
could be in some thick stuff.
He could get in hot water. Bobby Joe has to find a way, I think, to stop Secret Mission.
I think so.
And I don't know if he can find that.
The answer might be Maul.
Yeah,
We
the answer
talked
might
about
be
Maul
Maul.
getting a little bit aggressive with a box earlier. R2 is a pretty safe target to go after.
Yeah, and right now, I feel like one way out for Bobby Joe would be to have the B2s that are currently getting force pushed punch Obi-Wan down.
Yep.
So Obi does commit to the force push, pushing the B2s away after swinging. There's a chance to trip the standby here from the yellow B2s.
I'm thinking they might want to start doing that soon.
Yeah.
Dashes, we are going to actually get the numbers pretty soon. Daniel Lupo said that they were working on crunching them to see exactly what we're working with here. So before the end of the day, and hopefully by the time that lunch break is over, we will have that for you.
Okay, there's that hot Obi-Wan juggle right there. Obi-Wan can force push and then walk back into melee. So Obi juggles those B2s backwards.
It's a great play.
Great play. I like Anakin and Obi-Wan together. I'm actually starting to dig on them quite a bit.
I think they have a place.
They do. They do.
It's going to be interesting because I think you could make a pretty good case that putting speed on both of them would give you a really diabolical twosome.
I think you could run Anakin Obi in skirmish. I think it's possible.
That's disgusting.
I think you have enough points. You need to have enough points for 2 phase 1s. That's all you need.
So 50, 104. Yeah, it fits.
Yeah, you can run Annie Obi in skirmish if you like, and just have a couple phase 1s for objectives.
That's gross.
You'd probably die to big stuff. Oh, you can't. Oh, you can't do dual commander in skirmish. Crap. Never mind.
I've never actually played a skirmish event.
So you can do like Obi Padme.
Okay.
That's right. That's too bad. Oh, Maul's getting into the mix. Oh
Yeah.
snap! He is coming. He might be diving on Obi-Wan here.
Oh, he's probably gonna.
Oh, he's gonna force push Obi-Wan.
Interesting.
He's dragging Obi into him.
Interesting. Maul's on a wound.
Maul's just on 1 wound here, and he's got a box. Yeah, this is so cool from Blood Ocean going in here with Maul. I love this.
Play.
I love this play. I love this play. So force push. Did he not drag Obi into melee?
No.
Oh, he's tripping a standby from B1s.
I didn't even know the B1s had a
He
standby.
just I didn't see it. He's actually got look at this. He's got
a
1,
bunch.
2, 3 standbys.
Yeah.
Wow. So this is a force push into multiple standbys from B1
And
units.
This one has an 8.
Rolls out to 4 crits.
Pull up that big dice cam here.
Holy crap! Let's pull this out. Let's get this big dice cam going.
Oh my.
Holy crap!
Those 2 rerolls
5
are
crits. That could be.
What a play.
What a play, dude. This might torch Obi-Wan here.
Does not have a dodge.
Obi dies. Just.
Wow. Alright, so Obi hangs on by 1 wound.
1 wound. Okay, I thought he was dead, but he's not. No, he's dead. Okay. He just took him off. Oh my gosh. Force pushed into multiple standbys, and Maul just
That was a crazy roll.
Maul just snaps him up. Wow. Didn't even see that coming.
I think Maul still has an action left.
Maul still has an action from Juya.
Because that should have been a move and a force push, right?
Rough. Yeah, I think that was double move force push.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
And they're going to have judge call.
Another
here.
judge call. Wow. No, this was a very complicated turn. This is a very complicated turn.
What a piece of junk!
Oh, if he has 2 from 1 move and force push, then yeah, he's got 2 actions left. They're talking about the order in which you spend standbys now.
Yeah, and what it's going to be is no. He's asking. Oh wait, thank you. Okay, so he is going to. I don't remember if that's. He's still going to spend the rest of the standbys here.
Yeah. So he can still spend the rest of the standbys possibly to shoot further down the table.
That's what he's doing.
Let's take a look at the full display here. Oh, he's got standbys on a BX droid.
Yeah. He's also got him on another B1.
Yeah, so he actually is gonna like chain these standbys together and do some more damage. And then Maul can resume his turn.
Yes.
It gets pretty wild when you have standbys chaining like this.
I still have a little bit of, we'll call it flashbacks from doing that with clones.
Yeah,
Because you're like playing 4 turns at a time.
It's wild, just wild. What an ending. Oh. All right, so
Looks like
phase
same
1's
there.
defending. Yeah, phase 1's defending. I believe a BX sniper.
And that was 1 action with Maul. It was a single move. He just
Yeah,
said for
so
Maul's
Maul
second
has 2 actions now.
So he's probably going to move Saber Throw?
Maul could actually bypass. He could bypass Anakin completely and just start chopping at the clone, the soft underbelly of this clone list, and just start killing phase 1s.
I wonder if he goes for the Arc Strike.
Yeah, that arc strike's way far away. Is the problem I feel. Okay, this is a Maul saber throw.
Looks like 4.
Yeah, it looks like 4. So Maul move, saber throw, gets pierced. Third action move.
See how aggressive he decides to get here.
He's going to move back, and he's going to try to
think that's the
go
right
across
call.
the staircase. Because he can't jump twice.
Right.
So,
I didn't know if he would potentially look to charge the clones, but I think moving backwards is the right way to do it.
yeah, I think that's correct.
He's up 3 activations now.
Yep.
Anakin's still going to get punched.
Game is just slowly unraveling.
The hay bale has been untied.
Yeah. And out comes the hay.
I don't know if there's a lot of hay in Texas, but probably.
Probably. So more Phase 2's defending.
Yeah, Captain Zodiac, it does kind of look like
Yeah,
Gar's
Gar.
probably
I
lost
think
this.
maybe Gar is in trouble.
Because now, even if Secret Mission scores here, he's down so many points.
Right. He's like with Obi-Wan dead. That's what 189 points of Obi.
Yeah, it's almost 300 between him and Padme.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. So Anakin is gonna have to do something where he can grab the box. Anakin with choke here would be pretty cool because he could just choke the tac droid.
Unfortunately, it looks like that the box that people are referring to next to those B2s is actually just like a box on the terrain table.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's not an
Because
actual box.
Both the boxes are further south in the center of the army.
Oh, I see. Never mind then. So he kind of went in the wrong direction, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the objective
Yep.
boxes.
The objective boxes are further south. That
It's
thing up
also the
there
lack
is-
of command cards. Nick has played a lot of Annie cards. No,
No,
Annie only played one command card so far,
Yeah.
which is Hero of the Clone Wars, which is the reliable two.
Turns 1 and 2 are both a Padme card.
Yeah, they were both Padme cards. So I think it really is lost of command cards here because none of Obi's cards got played. They were all stuck in his command hand,
If they're even there.
if they're even there. All right, fun begins versus ambush, and it's going to be a roll for priority here.
Alright, here's the Relentless card.
Roll off for this card is going to go to the droids. The droids take prio.
That is huge.
That's huge. That means the droids can, guess what, take another standby. So as soon as Anakin recovers or something like that, the droids can get another shot. Because Anakin doesn't have Force Push right now. He's probably
Correct.
just looking to chop his way out.
He's gonna have to. He still doesn't have
In my experience,
Surge
there's
Crit
no such
either.
thing as luck.
That's true.
But he does have Reliable too. Though he's probably wanting to save those for defense if it's coming.
So ambush on those B2s that are in the front there with only 3 models left. And then direct chaining to Maul again,
Hello there.
like you do.
Alright, my pre-tournament pick, Jem, has won his first game. So,
Has he?
Alright.
So,
don't-
Mike Gemme?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So Gemme won his, that's Bobby Sapphire. He won his first game. He's running a T-47 bus.
So the 2 double Rebel heavy lists that we were talking about towards the start of this game have both made it through round 1.
Yeah, so the double T-47 and the T-47 bus list are both 1-0 at this
Are you
time.
shocked?
I'm not shocked at all. I think those lists are pretty good right now against the field.
Looks like there's a lot of games wrapping up right now. Multiple people heading over towards the judges table.
Yep, this one might be down to the wire here. Because it's still a game,
It
definitely. Because of
Right.
R2.
He's shooting R2, he said.
Yeah, shooting R2-D2 with those B2s.
That's a good first roll.
That's a pretty decent roll out there. If R2-D2 goes down, I think
That's it.
I think it would be it, yeah. So R2 Merle a bunch of saves here, and he's going to take 3 wounds. And I think that's the end of the droid.
Has he taken a wound yet?
I thought he did. Yep,
Yeah,
off he
just-
goes. R2-D2's down.
Things looking good for Bobby Joe right now.
It's looking very good for Bobby Joe. I think Bobby Joe may break his curse here.
Yes.
Yeah, he does say that he doesn't play well when he's on camera, but I think his curse might be breaking.
Turns out all it took was a real camera.
What a piece of
I
junk.
come and clones go down, better turn off. Oh, I'm sorry, Anathar.
All right.
What we have left here is Anakin in the mix on the right side of the screen with some B2 droids.
And I believe we still have 4 squads of naked phase 1s, but I think one is down 2 models from that saber throw last turn.
Maul just demonstrating how well he can manipulate the battlefield with standby and force push, and just the fact that he's got 3 actions, the fact that he could jump out there, force push, saber throw, and then walk away.
Yep.
That's just like it's better. It's like better relentless in certain situations.
Most definitely. It's more flexible,
Right.
relentless.
And he's also got a dice pool large enough where his saber throw is really dangerous.
Right. Even though he doesn't surge, he's got enough access to that through aggressive tactics. And
Maul
such that he can
Maul
get it.
becomes a super tauntaun at that point.
Just someone has to model Maul in a tauntaun.
Yeah. Zodiac saying Bobby's gameplay was pretty top tier, but his dice definitely let his gameplay work exactly how he wanted
That's
to.
very true.
Yeah, dice can make room for your mistakes.
And I think this is another way that just highlights how good Maul is in the piece, because he doesn't even need to do that saber throw. Like that was a luxury throw.
So Anakin just recover force pushed, I think.
Okay.
And he's going to use Relentless to charge some other unit.
I would assume he's going to charge the wounded B2 squad.
No, he's actually charging towards the strikes, I think.
Okay, that's a good play. It's only a 2-man squad.
Yeah, he's going to charge the strikes, try to just get some points killed.
And get up an activation again.
Yeah.
Or I should say, lower Bobby Joe's activations a little bit. Got a judge call?
Yeah, they're trying to talk about if he snaps off the level there. I think he does. So I think they're trying to determine whether that droid snaps off the level into melee. It does.
I think he does.
Yeah. Yeah, it does force him off there. And Daniel giving a further clarification. I would say the majority of round 1 games are wrapped at this point.
I would agree with that.
It is now 11:30 or almost 11:30 Central Time. And I think we might be done early for lunch.
I think so. I see the beers have started flowing across the convention hall as well.
Yeah, people are breaking out the drinks.
We actually have a bar in the corner of the
We
hall
do have
here.
a bar in the corner of the hall. That's one advantage of coming to these frontline events is usually there's alcohol served.
Frontline is mostly 40K. 40K
Yeah, it is mostly 40K. So this is Anakin charging.
It's good.
Many crits.
Is Anakin taking a wound yet? I don't believe
No,
so.
Anakin is still fully healthy.
Right. So his tenacity has not triggered yet.
Yeah, tenacity isn't on, so that's why he's only rolling 5. I believe that's crit, hit, surge.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, so he could probably spend one of his reliable surges on that. Our pleasure
Looks
exit
like
the...
2 of them are surges.
Oh, 2 of them are surges. Ouch.
And he spent both of them.
He spent both. Okay.
This should be 8 with
Yeah, this should
Purpose.
it should be guaranteed a dead strike team.
and
Yeah,
it's-
they're gone. Impervious could not stop it.
That's the Boba Fett pain right there.
Yep. Sometimes you just get hit with attacks so strong that your defenses are overwhelmed. So Anakin, let's see if he's hiding. Hang on. Was he able to hide far enough away from stuff?
Yes, but really no.
I think no, because you see this B2 that he force pushed has yet to activate. He's dodged with reflexes here. He's basically like just gonna have to tank it because he has to get to some box carrier.
He does.
Especially with R2 down, he's trying to do his best to play the objective.
And I think what you're probably going to see here is the B2s are going to hit Anakin early, and then Maul's going to try to finish him off.
He's getting his game's worth.
Because Bobby Joe still has another 1 pip in the tank.
Yep, Bobby Joe.
And
That's
it's the Jedi
because
Hunter.
it's Maul.
Yeah.
That's 100% Maul. That's why he has another 1 pip in the tank.
So even if he doesn't knock him off here, he's still in a very
And
good
actually, it's
spot.
perfect because the 1 pip in the tank is at last.
Yep.
Which gives him surge to crit against Jedi.
Which is
The
really
perfect,
the only
the
thing he's
perfect
got.
recipe for taking down Anakin.
This is actually kind of funny that it's played along the lines of the Phantom Menace. We started with it, and it's going to end with a Jedi fight.
Yep, exactly. It's going to end with a duel of the fates in air quotes. Hey there, Rocha. Welcome from Portugal. This is another B2 rocket shot. One thing about the CIS list, so much offense, huge roll. How many was that, Bobby? Full boat? Yeah, full boat. So spends the dodge for Gemso. Anakin just got hit with a full boat from a B2.
Ouch. How'd he do?
He's about to roll defense.
Okay.
He actually needs to borrow defense dice to roll this. Oh,
that's not good.
That's not good. That
He
looks
had a
like
dodge, right?
he did have a dodge, so that looks like 3 wounds. B2s, they shred, man.
They
Even
do.
without the rocket, they shred. They're so good under range 2.
I actually encountered a local of mine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Zero Moon?
He was introducing me to a local
Oh,
of mine.
oh,
yeah.
cool. Okay,
We're
great.
only like half an hour apart.
Yo,
Never met him.
yeah, meet him for Legion if
Right.
you're feeling up to it. Yeah. I know it gets a little weird, with COVID still being a thing, and
We're actually running a local tournament at home today,
oh, cool,
so I'm giving somebody else a chance to take it home.
nice. You seem to dominate your local.
It's a relatively newer group, so we're building it up.
All right, phase 1's aim shooting, and a single crit there. And they're trying to chew on what's left of these B2 droids, but it just doesn't seem to be enough offensive output.
He does not have the volume of dice necessary at this
That's
point.
the struggle when you run heroes. Their dice volume is low. That's the trade-off.
Yep.
It's low, but guaranteed to wound because of Pierce. But when you have core units, you have high volume, and often it can be accurate between observe and aim action.
Very much so. There is a list here that has 3 or 4 Viper droids. Speaking
Yeah,
of
that's
observe, in the
Stab
B1
Cat.
Corps,
One of the Stab Casters brought Viper droids.
which could actually be a little bit of an interesting thing for this Maul style list.
Yep. Because observe is very powerful. You've got a lot of dice that really benefit from modification. A lot of reds and black with Surge.
Alright.
So that's a naked B1 shooting for... No, those are the Viper... Or those are the Dark droids.
The probe droids,
The
yeah.
Dark droids shooting Anakin. He's pouring everything he has into Anakin.
I'm actually not sure that he doesn't want to go with Maul now and then just force push him out afterwards.
Yeah,
Because then if you kill Maul now, you can turn the rest of your forces on something else.
that's true.
But I guess that goes the other way as well. If
Right.
Maul is left.
But I mean, like, once Anakin is dead, what is left? Not
Nothing.
much. Yeah. A few phase 1s and an arc strike that's wounded. So I think for Bobby Joe, you just kill Anakin here.
Right.
There's no reason not to.
And that's why I was thinking you might just dive in with Maul now.
Yeah. He doesn't want to... I guess if he still has force push from Juyo. He can still, like, double move, recover, force push.
And actually, I'm assuming that Nick is out of 1 pips. Unless
Yes.
he brought ambush.
He would... Well, if he lost Anakin, he would certainly be out of 1 pips.
This is true.
Yeah, he also played Fun Begins already, so he's out. Yeah.
Which means the other one has to be blast off. I'm going to find out at the end of the game.
Phase 1's continuing to shoot here, trying their best.
I promise I can read.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. Another B2 shot. This is the wounded B2, I think.
Spending 2 surges.
Yep, that Ha rocket blowing away all the cover. 4 into Anakin. Full save-ish. No 2 surges. So I think Anakin is going to take another couple wounds.
Because I think he spent them already from his exemplar earlier in the turn. That's Anakin off the table.
Yeah, Anakin is dead. That's it. For Anakin.
And I'd say that about wraps
I would
it
say
up.
that would about wrap it up. I think Bobby Joe now has this solidly.
Alright, looks like Bobby Joe is just planning out his surgical ending here.
Yeah, he's gonna do the surgery here. They might be talking through the end game.
I wonder if he's going to use Novocaine. As tempting as it is to run forward with Maul here, I do think you just don't take any chances in running
No.
backwards.
No, I literally think that it's probably not a bad idea when you're ahead like this just to pass.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in the rules that say I pass with this, I pass with this, I pass with this, because there's nothing that alters the game state.
Right.
You know.
I think you actually taught me that when you use that to get out of a standby.
Yeah. You just pass.
Yep. Because you can perform up to 2 actions.
Yep.
So if you don't perform an action, the standby never triggers.
That's interesting because that was me and Daniel Lupo at LVO 19. I almost lost the game because I triggered a Chewbacca standby. Because Chewie had the unstrippable standby because he was enraged, and I rolled 2 out of 4 at the very last, but I didn't need it. I didn't need to chance it, but I didn't realize that I could have just passed.
Right.
So that was I got bailed out. That was karmically I got bailed out.
It looks like that double AA5 list that Ethan is running right next to the stream table is still going at it.
Yeah, they're still rolling. I wonder
looks
if
kind of
they're
tense there.
Yeah, they're coming down to the wire, I'm sure.
And I mentioned the Bushman Orchimedes game earlier. Unfortunately, depending on your point of view, Bushman was not able to hold on to the box. So Kyle did take that win.
Is that what happened? How are you able to whipcord a unit inside an AA5? I didn't think that was possible.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works. I thought you couldn't target the thing. It's not on the board.
That's what I thought.
Well, let's find out later on. I want to know how that's possible.
Science.
Science. That sounds like something Screw Tape would try to do.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably not another Boba, right?
Yes, there are a lot of vehicles on the tables.
They're all over the place.
They're everywhere.
It's funny that in the one game that we get to stream, there's no vehicles.
It's not an attack, but you measure range to it like other abilities. That seems wrong with a close transport, that you could whipcord something inside an AA5. That's really derpy.
It is. Yet there's no weak point size that you can throw a whipcord through.
That's really derpy. You can choke, you can VM transported units.
Yeah,
Okay, they just shook.
game.
That's going to be it. Bobby Joe takes it down here in round 1 of the Lone Star Open 2021. Why don't we go on camera ourselves and go to the casting table?
Sure.
Just briefly. Just say hello to everybody. Maybe we'll get an interview with Bobby Joe here briefly.
That would be nice.
But yeah, what's up everybody? Welcome.
So,
I thought you could only do that to open. I thought so too, but apparently you can do it to closed. I don't know.
We'll find that out.
We'll find out. I'm not a judge. There's some abilities that don't require line of sight.
there are.
Yeah.
And that's definitely, I think that is one of them.
That would probably explain it. Yeah, let's get Bobby Joe. Once he's finished with his match slip, get him over here. So, you broke the curse.
I broke the curse.
You broke the curse.
I only did it.
You said to me yesterday, if I get streamed, I go like 1 in 5.
Facts.
But today,
Yep.
you triumphed.
Triumph. It was very scary facing double force push.
Absolutely, it was.
You can never underestimate your opponent because
Never.
of it. Because one mistake, easy to swing. Yeah, and
He had you on the ropes a little bit with R2D2 there.
yeah, I decided to divulge to block infiltration from Padme. It's the only reason why I divulged.
I thought that was smart.
Yeah, I had to, even though it wasn't really optimal. I had to go for Padme and R2 just to deny those extra secret mission points, just in case I forgot about it or something.
Right.
Which is a thing.
That's definitely a thing. So, what was scarier? Was it Obi-Wan dropping like hello there, or was it going to be Anakin? Did you ever feel like which Jedi was the most threatening to you?
So, at the time it was Anakin,
Okay.
but when he moved closer with Obi, I had to take out the hello there because that's
Yeah.
more of a threat. So
'Cause
as you saw, I was setting up my standbys for Anakin, but the moment he gave me the opportunity for Obi, I had to take it.
Yeah, because Obi was the more wounded Jedi. So like, the juggle. It was one of those cases where like the juggle is good, because he did that juggle thing with the Obi-Wan, the
For
Obi
sure.
push, but he got caught by the trap by doing that because he put himself in force push range
Yes.
of your Maul.
Yep.
And this is a lesson that everyone listening needs to hear. If you're playing Jedi versus Jedi, the Jedi that goes last has the advantage. That's always the case. I've never seen a Jedi going first really have a big advantage unless there was like some shenanigan like Krennic or something like that. Yeah, agree. So you got some props for that force push on Obi.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you should have done. And that was really smart and well played to you. Your B1s, you're not B1s, your B2s seem to roll pretty hot as well. But
That was the best rolls of my life.
Yeah.
It really was. It's never like that.
the full
Trust
boat
me.
into Anakin.
It's never like that, folks.
Yeah, well, this might be your run, man.
You never know.
Yeah, I really do hope that you go deep in the tournament.
This is my second tournament, so we'll see.
Yeah, you're probably gonna face vehicles next. How do you feel about that?
I have 4 sources of impact.
Yep.
Pierce 2.
Yep.
If it's a bus, I ain't worried about it.
I heard that Op Luke bus was ultimately defeated by Maul B2s earlier.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Kyle, people
Kyle.
trolling you in chat with Accelerate Your Life.
Accelerate my life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Facts. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Zodiac.
This guy.
Global force for good.
Come on, Zodiac.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, man.
Well, thanks for streaming the
We
game,
got
man.
a Tim sighting in the background. Yo, my pleasure. My
Yeah.
pleasure. Absolutely. All right, guys. We're gonna be back after lunch. Let me check the round times just to make sure that I'm in the right spot. Let's see here. So the next round starts at 1:30 p.m. Central, so in about 2 hours. So we got a long lunch. I'm actually going to turn the stream off for a little bit, but come back at 1:30 Central, and we'll be back with more Lone Star Open coverage. But thanks, guys, for coming out. We're going to run an ad before we go off stream. We'll see you in a little while. Thanks, everybody. I'm actually going to put the donation thank you scroll up for a little while, just so because everybody that donated to make this possible. We'll be back in an hour or a couple hours with more. But thanks everybody that donated, by the way, to make this possible. Without the laptop, this would not exist, and without the help of Ghost Walking and John Bushman, this stream wouldn't exist. So huge props to them, and we'll be back at 1:30 Central for more Star Wars Legion.